hold on a second. Right. So I'm in a transit van, maybe with curtains in them.
They were.
Oh my goodness sakes! Hopefully I'm not giving away my age here, but and then you're all there, you looking at you, right? And you've got Fitz's keyboard in the middle. Keyboard, you got guitars and drums.
And drums sometimes.
Drum kit there.
Drums sometimes, yeah. And amps.
Hopefully you got the petrol money for going up and down there, because that sounds crazy.
A lot of the time we funded it ourselves. You see, what you got to understand, it was ministry as well. So we were happy.
All right, we'll deal with that later, guys. We'll deal with that, yeah?
Sure. Affinity Extra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Extra.
Okay, guys, this is Roger here on Affinity Extra, celebrating gospel music of black origin. This is how we do it, and I'm alongside someone that I've known from since I was youth-ish. I was in my 20s, you know what I mean, from since my youth days anyway, still, yeah. And we're going to talk today. Let me just get you guys into context of this, yeah? Now, there's going to be a release of an album very, very soon in 2024, but we've got a taster in 2023 coming up. And it's done by a project from a choir that's from, I would say, Highgate District Church. You know, a new team massive will know that when you say Highgate, everyone knows what that is anyway. So when it comes to New Testament Church of God. And it's from a choir which, when I was doing Recounted, it was a choir which got mentioned a lot. And it's a choir which is integral part of the development of, I would say, gospel music in the Midlands. People say, "Oh, that's quite a big statement," because there's loads of choirs out there. But you have to realize that, you know, these choirs in these times were teenagers were touring, and the big people were like 21, 22 years old. Now, you can't even see your 21. You worried about a 21-year-old catching a train to Great Yarmouth, let alone sending him on tours and going all around the country and being responsible for each other, going around there and singing about who? Singing about God? Like, yo, you guys know about God? Like that? To write your own songs, to go around and to do certain things and to pick up instruments and to just play, invest in their creativity. Now, we're going to touch into creativity right here, because creativity was going hard back in these days, yeah, in the Midlands. Now, I'm a passionate Midlands guy, and I'm like, okay, literally, that track I just played, Where Is the Love? Where is the musicality in the Midlands? Because I know we are a sleeping giant, and Highgate Choir, and I will say it straight, was going hard before all these choirs that you see today. I'm not going to name and shame, but I was tempted to, but so no, I just hold your peace. But you know, we have to realize that sometimes I feel that we just never follow through in the Midlands. So I'm going to hear some amazing people that I've seen around input in the scene after Highgate Choir, but we're going to see the impact of what's happened in the past and how things started, to bring you into context of thinking, oh, there's a choir there. Because I know, say, when I did Recounted, I'm not going to name out certain people, but I know, say, it was like a case of, oh, Midlands is a separate area to the rest of the UK. Sorry, Midlands was the heartbeat of the UK gospel. And if you want to challenge me, take me on. Listen, man, I'll come down to your sites and I will deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I will talk to you hard and I'll get the facts out to you. So if you want some of this, let's take it, man. Actually, do a YouTube video and see if you can come up with more information. I got 8 hours of Recounted just to put down. Watch that, then you can talk. Yeah. But anyway, Roger, you got that off your chest. Obviously, you know, I've been out for a while still, so got that out there. But listen, we are this story I didn't really expand on, but I will be expanding on, and it's about Highgate Choir. Now, I saw Highgate. I didn't realize when I played with Andrew Crouch. My dad loved Andrew Crouch, but there's certain album covers that was like, who's this choir? You know, when you're like looking at these vinyls and going, who are these? You know what I'm saying? And I remember certain choir covers, and one was Highgate Choir, and I didn't even know it was Highgate Choir. And when I saw I believe it was Cliff came to do the interview, and you showed me the cover, I was going,
that's right.
Oh, my dad had this. You know what I'm saying? And you just thought nothing of it. Do you know how hard it is to produce a vinyl? Now, do you know how hard it was to record music before digital era. You had to practice before you go in the studio. You had to sing in tune. You had to, you have to have engineers. You had to be ready. You know what I'm saying? These guys were ready. You know what I'm saying? Went into the studio. A part of it's live. We're going to get into that anyway. So I don't want to give everything away still. I'm going to let you guys talk about that story. But I thought, let me just bring the context about Highgate Gospel Choir. Now, I'm going to put Cliff into it. So now, Roger, as I can tell you, I was born in a period where we only had 5 choices of chocolates, where we had Snickers, we had Marathon, we had Twix, we had Bounty, fire, you know what I mean, Blue Bounty, big up to Blue Bounty. Did we have Kit Kat back in the day? Yeah, we had Kit Kat. What was the other choice would you have? Oh, not Topic, dash that away, man. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Lion Bar. Listen, that's a man chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Lion Bar, it gets some iron brew in there, you get me still, your taste nasty. But anyway, but as black people, we were professionals of drinking Lilt. Remember Lilt?
Lilt.
Yeah. Lilt and ginger beer and patty. Which one would you go for? Ginger beer or Lilt with patty?
Ginger beer and patty.
Okay, man. Lilt and patty was all right, man. Especially full of lightweights like myself. You know what I'm saying? You can't handle the pepper there, so. But listen, so back in the day, where we had little choice of chocolates, the only time we could have Gazada and pink coconut and stuff was at concerts, and we had amazing songs where we like this choir. Can you wait till afterwards so we can get for a break and get the food in? Yeah. So, Cliff, when I was a little
youth,
a youth, yes, a youth, yes, where's a little youth there still? Yeah, in the late 70s. You was a young teenager, influenced by music. Now, something started up in your district.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, give some context to this, man, yeah?
Well, we got some news that Pastor McIntyre was coming over from Canada and bringing with him his daughter and his son. And Fritz and Pamela were absolutely skilled when it comes to music. And we were excited. It was Sandra Jackson who told me at the time and said, because we had separate groups.
Oh, a second. This is time, guys. I'm going to contextualize it now. Now, today, if pastors coming from Canada, I would watch YouTube's videos of their children. So how do you know they were going to be good? Because like back in the day, you never know YouTube video to say, listen, they'll fire an instrument.
Well, before they went to Canada, they actually produced an album with all the different districts. And that's how I knew that they were good, because Fritz had written a couple of songs and Pamela had written a couple of songs before they went to Canada. Yeah. Okay. See if you don't ask no question. Okay. You never knew that. Okay, cool. So you knew he was ready. So when they came over here. Yep. So when they came over, they put together a group from the district. So there was the Gospel Harmony, the Seraphims. What a name! But that's got to be back in the day.
I'm like, that's some Hebrew, angelic. I'll be under pressure being called myself Seraphim, man. I'll be like this. Lord, I better clean them sin out there out to me anyway.
Yeah. And then at the Light of the Valley as well. Cool. Light of the Valley, I think is what it's called. And they put these groups together anyway. And out of that group, they called it the Highgate Gospel Choir. So that's how they named them. The group. Let's get context on this. So you had like mini groups, and ultimately you got to a stage where you had to basically say, listen, we can make a choir out of it. Yeah, that's right.
So who was the one who said, you know what, you got some 5 of you good there, 5 of you good there, 5 of you good there. I tell you what, let's form a choir. Yeah. Who was the brainchild to actually say, let's glue this together?
Well, I believe when I was talking to Sandra Jackson, she mentioned, these groups could get together. And we did. We tried it anyway, and we all stayed together.
Okay, cool.
They were amazing singers at the time anyway. So you had brilliant harmonies, good sound. So Pam and Fritz had the raw material right there. And then we started rehearsing at Highgate. And it was the Campbells, the Jacksons, the Hepburns, Thompsons. It was families
Yeah,
more
yeah,
involved.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Martins. Yes, I am a Martin.
Okay. I thought you're the fringes.
So it was
Yeah.
really family orientated, and you know, when it comes to family vocals and family harmonies, how on point they can be.
Yeah. There's something about families in sync. But guys, I just want to even just bring the context to this. And now, it's in a period where you wondered, okay, how are all these families kept together? You gotta look about, you know, when they came from the Caribbean, you have, you know, large families, not like today where you have two picnic and, you know, and you're done. You know what I'm saying? You had more than two picnic and done, yeah. And at the same time, you know, we got rejected, a lot of us, from mainstream church, and it formulated us to create our own prayer groups. And then prayer groups blossomed into churches, and then churches blossomed into 7-8 children from one family, 7-8 children from another family. So, and it makes for a very tasty football team or a choir, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, all the way with the football team, but anyway, but it makes for a very, very, good start for a church. You know what I mean? You literally have 40 members guaranteed just from having 4 families. You know what I mean? And so at the same time, people are working 24/7. The children are looking after each other. The oldest are looking after the next one. The next one's looking after the next one. The next one. And so this is not a period where people are coming out from playing game stations and there's, oh yeah, I got some spare time, I'll come by church. This is just the context. So because I just want to make sure I'm always trying to give the context to the situation out there.
Yeah.
And you had no mobile phones either. So this is the meeting place, the choir.
Yeah, the choir was a social event for us as well, and because we're so enthusiastic about singing and actually, you know, music. So when we came together, we had a brilliant time. It was we had just be a joke and laughing and stuff like that, and because we're all around about the same age, we could all connect. Cool. That helped as well. And then Pamela would drill us because she was classically trained, 100%, and she would drill us over and over.
This is another thing as well.
Yeah.
The myth is that we're all just raw talent. But no. I'm hearing bare classical trained people. Where are these people getting classically trained? This is absolutely crazy. We're making it feel like, oh, just because we're getting grade 2 qualifications now, I'm thinking we're something special. But we've been classically trained from back in the 70s.
And I think we had a lot of West Indian black people with vision, parents with vision, and they invested in their children. And that's why you had some kind of like unique guys who were able to either play, sing, you know, really present really good.
Cool. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, guys. Yeah, absolutely crazy. So, okay, then now, at the time now, these are, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to expose up your age now. So you're talking about in the late 70s, early 80s. Is it Clifford the 28-year-old or Clifford the 13, 14-year-old?
Oh, it was Clifford the 16-year-old.
16-year-old, okay.
Yeah.
So you got 16-year-olds now. If you're 16 years old or you're looking at your somebody in the room who's 16, you're thinking, hold a second, you guys are getting together and just formulating choirs, singing together, you know what I mean, coming to socialize. This is a social club, and you know, you producing music together,
planning concerts and stuff like that. Yeah.
So there's got to be a big person in the background who's opening the door for you as well. There's no way you could get away with. Who was the deacon that sneaked you into church and let you rehearse? There's got to be that guy. There's got to be that guy in church who's like this. Oh, just speak to Deacon so and so. He will let us in and he will keep us there. He's the one who he just loves to see young people come together. There's got to be one of them.
It'd be Brother Forbes. He was the key holder for the church, and
key holder, you know.
Yeah, and he would let us into the church to have rehearsals. Yeah. He was brilliant like that.
So who sweet him up?
His daughter, who eventually became part of the choir.
Okay. Oh, I see, guys. You know, there's always a formula to this anyway. So yeah, we had the buildings and we utilized them as well. You know, so where did you originally rehearse then? So which church was it in? Because I know Highgate District has got a number of churches in. So where was the spot?
It was Orton Road, Highgate, Orton Road. That's
is that the current place?
Yeah.
So that was open then?
Yes. It was.
Okay.
And also Munn Street. We used to go to Munn Street and rehearse as well.
How far back was Munn Street opened up?
Gosh,
Because that's like a newish kind of building, isn't it?
oh no. Munn Street was actually,
yeah.
they had an original church across the road opposite from the new church, Munn Street. It was probably the same size as this building here that we're in.
Guys, just going on there like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why is just in case somebody goes and drives up on Munn Street and goes, hold on a second, which part did that in the 70s? You know what I mean? That's cool. Let's make sure that's all. So, you're going through all this now, yeah? You're setting up the choirs and so on. How many people was there right at the beginning?
At the beginning, say around about 15.
15?
Yeah, around about 15 members at the time, yeah.
So you was going for Kirk Franklin chorale power vibe?
Yeah.
Before Kirk?
Well, the power vibe didn't come until we actually had a session with the Matty Moss Clark, the Clark sisters.
Oh.
And she ran a workshop at Aberdeen Street.
This is what I bumped into when I talk to people when it came to Recounted. Everyone talks about this being a really key part for Birmingham, and it's really key, guys, to actually take note of this as a professional in our craft, to come over to the UK and not only go on the stage and sing, but actually to do workshops.
Yeah,
and actually impact the millions and went back. So that's a legacy of herself. So what did she do? It sounds so simple. Did she just stick the finger in your stomach and say sing from there? Or what?
No, this lady would chew shoes. Fling shoes. If you wouldn't sing the right note, she would dash shoes at you and spot you up. Trust me, she was rough from the States. And I mean, back then, I suppose you didn't have any sort of like safe words to help you out, But it worked. It did the trick, because I wasn't part of the workshop at the time. I must have been away, and the majority of the members did go to the workshop.
Okay.
And when they came back to rehearsal,
sounded different.
Roger, I could have been using downstairs. How many millions of stairs you got to get downstairs?
Yeah.
You could hear the choir from up here to down there. They sang in a different way. They sang from their diaphragm.
Okay.
Whoa, it was off the scale.
And it's testament, guys, to to actually be the best in your craft, study and actually learn something and develop, because our bodies is a tool, and I think sometimes we don't expand on it, and I was at a conference the other day, and we had a vocal coach, and he was going through simple ways to sing, simple ways to exercise the area, how to protect your voice. That's right. All these things that we would take for granted, somehow we just think putting a bit of olive oil on our neck makes a difference, you know what I mean? And it's better if you drink coconut oil, and you know what I mean, and whatever. But I feel that it sounds like that was a key point. So I'm going to bring in now. I've got two people at the back here. I don't want to expose the fact that they met each other, when there's a picture of them two in the choir and the coach. We're not going to get to that, but we'll get to that, or we're not get to that. Whichever way we see a picture and them two in the back, they say, "Oh, we're just friends." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just what we talk about, talking, blood. Like, we're talking long time. You know what I'm saying? It's how we used to talk. They're gonna go, I ain't going up here and talk to Roger. But now I'm gonna bring up now, which one of you guys was on the choir first? Same time. They were talking together, and you know what I'm saying, but yet they find themselves in the choir the same day anyway. But that's just just divine inspiration. God just said both of you just reach the same day anyway. So yeah, but we did have payphones back in the day. But yeah, man, come true. Right, I'm gonna go with one of you. Yeah, who wants to go first? Okay, we're gonna go with the tallest one. Yeah. Cool, you got that? Okay, cool. Feel no way, just talk straight into mic. Right, so I'm going with a Hepburn. So if you Google search Hepburn, there is a family which comes up a lot. They're kind of brown, and they have a certain look to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And you go, yep, that's a Hepburn right there still, yeah. And there's more than one out there. You know what I mean? And there's not many on Instagram actually, but there's a few out there anyway. But Hepburn is a family. Now I bumped in this family as a young musician, but New T Massive will know about them anyway. So, but there's a group of Hepburns that I spoke to about this choir, that I've interviewed, that I spoke to about the experience, and we alongside one of the brothers. I was like, can he sing? And when I heard him sing, I was like, man, yo, it wasn't the man thing to sing, back in the day, but it kind of make me want to go back in the choir, Well, I failed the test. But talk to us about how you got into the choir. So was there a massive drive, says, we want some men, or was it a case he just...
No, just to set the record straight. No. When we started singing, we, all our individual churches, we had groups and choirs, generally choirs. And we didn't have a lot of guys that were singing at the time. So I was always one of them that was always singing.
Oh, you're that guy?
Yeah.
I'm the one.
Yeah. That's always there. But I think I get the voice from my dad.
Oh.
Because he was always the guy.
Okay.
That was always singing with the older seniors.
Okay.
So I ended up doing that.
So you got your dad's voice, and then Donovan got your mum's voice.
My mum sings as
well. Oh, your mum sings as well? Okay.
So,
well, that's what happened to me. I got my mum's voice anyway. So cool.
So we came through that. So I was always singing.
Yeah.
So slipping into the choir.
Cool.
It was relatively an easy process.
Okay.
Coming in, and I actually started a little earlier than a lot of guys.
So how old was you when you joined the choir?
I was 17.
Cool. Now there's a few Hepburns in the choir, yeah. How many Hepburns was in the choir at the Hepburns peak in the choir? How many was singing? Was there four?
Four Hepburns. There was probably five.
5 of you in the choir?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some footage out there, guys. When I was in the BBC, I've seen already. When I saw, I put Afro on there, yeah. It was really cool.
There was a bit more hair there.
A bit more hair there still, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But did you have a curly perm?
No.
Oh, you avoided that one?
We always wanted them.
Yeah.
But Dad wouldn't let us have one.
Hey, man, listen, pops. Love, man. You know what I'm saying? Toxify their hair. You know what I'm saying? The TCB and all them thing there.
We used the TCB, but we didn't use the actual the chemical for the...
Oh, you can use TCB with curly perm?
And we got the curls.
I got the curls?
Yeah.
Lights giving privilege, yeah, man.
I ain't even going down that road.
I will go down that road there still, yeah, I'm saying. But anyway, but that's cool. So, so you joined up the choirs and stuff. Now, you're weak. You're just going into college now. Yeah, I'm not, which college was you going to? Just
Mason.
Bad cousin. Anyway, so I'm not saying. So it was bad in my time. Anyway.
We were the first cohort that went in.
Oh snap! So yeah, the place fresh and everything. Yeah. So it's a brand new college. Then 10 years later, we just don't mashed the thing up. I didn't go there, but I heard about Joseph Mason. It's like, yep, you can have fun in the common room there. I'm saying, but okay. So you at Joseph Mason now, and now you got choir duties. How did that? How did it work? How did your week look like? How was it? As a 17-year-old, you're doing, whether it's A-levels, whether it's whichever course you're doing at the time. How did your week look? You go into college, and then was it like a Friday? You went to rehearsals. How did it look?
No, we had rehearsals on Monday, and it was a given. You went to rehearsal, so you went to college, did whatever you had to do, come home, make sure you did whatever you did, and you were at rehearsal.
There's no
straight to rehearsal. It was a very different time as well. Yeah. So we didn't have all the PlayStations and all those sorts of things. And to a certain extent, that was our socialising as well. So opportunity to meet with friends and have a good time.
Yeah. So what was rehearsals like? Was it like 4 hours, 5 hours? Like, I come out there going, or was it like time flew?
To be honest, I don't even know how long it was, but it did feel like time flew. We got through an awful lot. There were times when Pam would come with a new song on the Monday. We'd rehearse it Monday and we'd sing it at the concert on the Saturday.
Yo, serious? You drop it like that?
No, just like that. And we delivered. That song as well.
Yo, guys, karaoke's gonna go on today still. These guys are pros out here. Gonna learn a song and then just drop it quick. So, with okay, so you touring now. What's touring life like? Yeah, as a choir, yeah. So tours these days is you do 5 gigs and you feel gassed. You know what I mean? You go out in the gospel scene right now, you do 5 gigs in a row over 2 months and you feel like you achieved everything. So how was touring back? Sorry guys if I feel like I just mashed up your tour, big up thing. But it's just a truth, like, you know, but what was it like? Was it like relentless?
It was hard work, but it was fun.
So how often would you do that? So you
initially
season,
it would be Saturdays.
Every
concerts.
Saturday?
Pretty much so, yeah.
So every Saturday you're dropping a concert?
Pretty much so, yeah. And most times it was down south in London.
So every Saturday you drive now. Now, guys, we didn't have Teslas back in the day either still, yeah? You know what I'm saying? You had no sat-nav, yeah? You had the A to Z for London still, yeah? And you were driving down, was it in a van or coach? Was it Stutch?
It was a mix of, initially it was vans.
Yeah.
So we had some of the deacons from the church who would drive the vans.
Okay, cool. Chaperone.
I suppose, yeah.
Make sure you get back here by 8 o'clock, you know what I mean?
Sometimes they weren't always friendly.
Okay.
But they still drove the vans for us.
Okay, we don't want to expose out any of them deacons out there still, yeah, that was, you know, so, but anyway, no, so who wasn't friendly?
One of the deacons.
All right, to all the Highgate messages, could somebody make a comment in YouTube and just let us know which deacon is that? Yeah, we start up something there, but no, but you know what? You'll thank him later anyway, so you always need that non-smiling deacon. So what type of now? Just to have a joke. Now, when you go down in the van, was it like them transit vans or was it a Sherpa van? Which one? Transit. Ford.
It was the transit vans.
Yeah.
And you also had, I think it was the Bedfords.
Oh, Bedford vans. Yeah. So, did you have the seats?
Yes.
On the side.
Yes.
Oh my goodness sake! Oh no! You went to London.
Yeah. The crew vans with the seats on the side. So if you brake too hard, everybody could slide in.
So that now, guys, this is before
seatbelts were
thing. So you had no seatbelts, and when seatbelts came out, what we had to do, we had to convert them and put belts in there still. Yeah, but guys, you had to be next to somebody you like because there comes that point where somebody hits that brake and you're flying. That was just.
And also. Going back to the touring and catching vans and coaches and whatever, we were carrying our own instruments as well.
So hold a second, right? So I'm in a transit van, maybe with curtains in them.
They were.
Oh my goodness sake! So hopefully I'm not giving away my age here, but and then you're all there, you looking at you, right? And you've got Fitz's keyboard in the middle. Keyboard, guitars, and drums. And
drums sometimes.
Drum kit there.
Drums sometimes, yeah. And amps.
Yeah. Hopefully you got the petrol money for going up and down there, because that sounds crazy.
A lot of the time we funded it ourselves. You see, what you've got to understand, it was ministry as well. So we were happy.
All right, we'll deal with that later, guys. We'll deal with that, yeah. we'll deal with the Lilton Patty and ginger beer lifestyle. Yeah, we'll deal with that with a bit of Gazada. But
then we progressed onto coaches as well.
Okay, cool.
So a lot of us weren't driving.
Yeah,
I think out of all of us, there was 2 that drove. One was Pam, and then one of us had a car. One had a car, but the rest of us, we'd catch taxis or we'd walk to wherever we were catching the coach with our instruments.
And these are the days when you come back to Birmingham, it's not no one point. The driver will drop everybody home, and if you live near them,
when it was the vans,
you can drop.
But when it was the coach, probably you might have got 2
points.
points.
Got 2 points. Yeah. That's
so
cool.
then, and we're coming back from London, so we're coming back early hours of the morning, and there wasn't the 24-hour buses or the late buses, so a lot of time you're walking or catching taxis.
So. Yeah, and then guys, this is how special these guys are. I'm gonna big these guys up, special, and for all the people back in the day that used to, I say back in the day in the 80s, doing the choirs, doing the touring, they still had to get up to go to church.
Oh yeah.
The way he responded to that, it was like, "Yo, licks." No, not licks. But anyway, but so how did you? I mean, you get up and then you go and lead being a choir the next day and singing it.
Let me go back before that.
Oh, guys.
Before you went.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, we were teenagers.
Yeah.
You like to do your chores.
Before
you went.
Well, spring cleaning.
Whatever it was. And then you went. ministered, come off stage, come home, go to bed, and you're up for church. And you're going to Sunday school, you're teaching Sunday school, you're singing, worship leading, playing the music. I wouldn't say necessarily the PA and stuff. We didn't have much. We had overheads. Things like, but you still were very active in our churches. We had to be active in our churches.
So, guys, just in case you're thinking that you had your Dyson and you was going up the stairs with a Dyson back in the day still, my nan had this thing that wasn't a Hoover, but you just move up and down, it barely picks up anything still, and you meant to speak, What was that called?
The carpet sweeper, isn't
carpet,
it?
these carpet sweepers that don't sweep up much, still, you just got, it looks good, and you do that there still, and then after you spent the last 20 minutes doing that, your mum comes in and you get in trouble because there's still something on the floor still, you know what I mean, so, and then the house had to smell like bleach in it, just to make you know what I'm saying. So, there was no domestos, it's just bleach, you know what I'm saying. And that's the only guarantee. He said, man, in cleaning place, So, man, so
it was good. So we did all of those. We went to church the following morning.
Crazy. So, all right then. So I'm gonna go to the next person here, Sister Pam. So I'm gonna go have a Sister Pam, Oh, we're gonna get. So she got some nice nails. Yeah, so I was gonna go help her, but I thought, no, I might get knife up. You know what I'm saying?
You're okay, I promise.
I'm like, yo, hey, but listen. So we're going to Sister Pam. So we wanna make sure you're right there. Yeah, of course, like height difference. Right. So you come in the choir now. You were a teenager at the same time.
That's right.
We get to the talking part soon. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? So you reach a choir. You had the call. So you was part of one of the groups. Now, from what I remember, there's the Highgate crew. Now there's a number of churches in the Highgate.
That's right.
District. There's Highgate. That's obvious. You have Munn Street, Small Leaf Warriors, and you got Brookfield. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, the Brookfield for all the new folk. That's the Rock. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So but the main church was Highgate. So and then you had a church over in Woodgate Valley, Valley as well. Yeah. So you had about four churches in that district. Correct. Yeah, that's cool. And so.
And there was a church called Redditch.
Oh, Redditch Church. That's in your district as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, which one was you going to?
I was going to Brookfield. My dad was the pastor of Brookfield.
Easy. Okay. Yeah. That's Brookfield when it was in a smaller church, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is now the development centre.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so you was at the and your dad was pastor. So you PK?
I am.
No way, privileged kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That was true.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They kind of get, you know what I mean? Well, privileged to the rest of us anyway. But so, okay, cool. So was that your in with the choir? Oh gosh, pastor's daughter's coming.
No, I don't think so. As everyone was saying, we all sang in our own local, because each church had their own choir. Cool. So Brookfield had their own youth choir, Munn Street, Highgate, and out of those, Pam chose who she felt could contribute to Highgate Gospel Choir. And as a new recruitment drive, she came and approached me. My sister Maureen was already in the choir, and so she wanted representation from each church across the district because it was expanding. So ended up having 4 from Brookfield, 2 originals, and then myself and another lady joined after.
Okay, who's the ones for Brookfield?
So you had a lady called Lorna Bailey. Okay. Maureen Wallace. Janet Dawkins, myself. That was the 4 of us from Brookfield.
Cool. So you know what, guys? That's one thing in choirs these days. It's like we put it out on social media. Come and join our choir. Back in the day, they didn't go, no, mate. You know what I'm saying? I got to go see if you can sing first before you come in this choir. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I think, kind of contributes to the quality ultimately. And I think that people don't want to tell people you're not good enough. It's why we laugh, You just need, if you can't sing, you can't sing. Sorry, guys, I went through that process. Yeah, so I knew I weren't good enough, yeah. So if you want to put it out there, so I knew that I wasn't good enough to I don't want to go into my personal story choirs anyway, but basically, yeah, I failed the test. So, but you passed the test, and you weren't even on the you got elevated to the super team, which is Highgate Choir.
I still verged up my own choir as well. That didn't change.
Cool.
Our local choir still continued, but we just met and still rehearsed for Highgate.
So you rehearsed for Highgate Choir.
Yeah.
You rehearsed for Brookfield Choir.
Yeah.
And
we had a district choir as well at the same time.
Cool. But there was no worship team back in the
no, just chorus leaders.
Chorus leaders.
Yeah,
okay, so what you call themselves? Chorus leaders. Okay, cool. So you're the ones who make songs go to 20 people strong. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's good. So everybody just went right there. Sorry, people. But okay, that's great. So now, looking back now, outside of the choir, Highgate Choir, how would you socialise before? Just take the choir out of it. Was it just you see them in district convention?
Yeah. I grew up with a large family. I've got a large siblings.
Cool.
There's a few of us, so we
What's large? How many?
10. 3 in Jamaica and 7 lived here. Now I have 2 that live away, so there's 10 of us. But the bulk of us lived here. Okay, so struggling for friends wasn't an option because we had our siblings. So you played with your siblings, you did everything with your siblings. So socialising for us. And you had your own local church activities that you would take part in and be involved in that. So we had active youth clubs. That's our church back in the day. At Brookfield, we had active youth clubs. We had young ladies ministries that focused on supporting them. Going to the choir was just an addition to what you were doing.
Okay. So, guys, I'm amazed because I'm just enjoying understanding the culture that Highgate Choir was around in the efforts. So you were rehearsing 2-3 times a week. You have to be on point vocally. There wasn't time for voice croaking out and whatever there. So yeah, you just have to be ready. I can tell that what's it called, Mattis Clark. Miss Mattis Clark. Matty Moss Clark. You can see that she's had a major influence in the choir. I could see they went in a transit van, you know what I'm saying, all the way to London and back. Guys, I think young people should go in the van. Did it have wood? Was it wood seats?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Guys, that is.
And there was no cushions.
There's no cushions?
No.
Guys, you make sure and you couldn't even wear. Oh my word. You know what I'm saying? No
trousers.
You know what I mean? Sorry, we got people out there. They're all going, "How did they do it? How did they do it?" and be able to comfortably sing at the end. But no, so that's all the choirs. We understand that the district is quite a decent sized district. Now, just to give people insight of the size of the churches at that time. So, what sort of numbers was going to Brookfield at that time? Was it more like 100, 200 people? That sort of flex, or 70?
Brookfield was about 120.
Okay.
I think it was one of the smallest churches on the district. In Mont Street was the biggest. Mm-hmm. Mont Street was about 200 plus. Mm-hmm. Then you had Redditch with a smaller number, about 30. Woodgate Valley was just a Sunday school, so that was just starting up. So you had a smaller membership.
What about Highgate?
And Highgate, I would say, was between the 120, 150 numbers.
Okay. Don't worry, we're going to be dragging in Brother Minto soon anyway. So yeah, just to ratify some of these events, because he's shaking his head going, no, there's 2.8 million people going to one street. So we'll bring him in. And by the way, guys, that'll be world record figures right about in 2023 if we had them numbers. But absolutely amazing to hear about that culture of that time. But I won't, we'll get to the talk. I would love to get to the talking element, how you and your husband now weren't talking and you end up going to choir at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And like she's really like, oh no, the other boy, everyone wants to explain, Okay, come on, everyone, explain how did it happen?
We were friends before we joined the choir.
Yeah, we were friends for a
long time.
Okay. For young people out there, when you're friends for a long time, that could constitute in today's language as talking, though.
No. Literally, what used to happen?
Go. Hit the mic. So
what happened?
He's written this out before, He's rehearsed this out.
I'm setting the record straight here.
So there's a picture, and I'd love to find a picture of them both sitting in the coach, talking.
So what it was, going back, we used to do national conventions.
Yes, we used to.
And we were part of the team with one of the ministers on the district.
Cool.
She used to do the catering. So we were friends for convention while we were catering. After that, we didn't really talk.
Okay, yeah.
A few years down the line, we became more friends.
Okay,
It wasn't anything, we were just talking. And even in the early days of the choir, we were just friends. So I think the picture I think you're talking about, we were probably a little bit more then. In those days, you didn't have boyfriends and girlfriends.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah.
You just had friends.
Yeah,
so we were probably a little bit more
friends. All engaged.
That's right.
That's
Friends
it.
Yeah. Cool.
You might have had courting for a bit. So you went from friends, courting, then engaged, and then married.
Okay, so you're communicating, aka talking, for about 2-3 years, and then recording engagement. You know what I'm saying? Got in there still, yeah. But okay, bring the context. So, children, that's the truth. You know, of there. It's gonna be on the YouTube out there. So anybody wondering that, when you see that picture come out there, don't worry, it's in the promotions already still, yeah. And if you can. Really? You know what I'm saying? That'll bring you all into context there still, you know. So that's why a good thing about choir is you get to meet, you know what I'm saying? Meet people as well still. So it sets the record straight, man. So now I'm gonna call somebody called Brother Minto. You know what I'm saying? He's born ready. Brother Minto's born ready. So as he's coming up, which church was Brother Minto went to? Oh, that's why him shake up his head when it comes to one street. All right. Go on, Bob. Brother Minto is born ready, yeah? So, just to give you guys a context to Brother Minto, yeah? Now, Brother Minto hasn't been scared of the mic for many years. He's been singing. I haven't seen him stop singing, you know what I mean? He's always been singing there. And I know that, you know, so finding out that you're part of Highgate Choir, you come from the Mont Street background and so on like that. Now, coming into the choir now, okay, let's get into context. You're 5, 6, 7. When did you know you could sing? When did it come through? Go on.
Okay, to give some context, I'm coming from a singing family anyhow.
Okay, you had a cheat code.
My mom and my dad, they were principal singers in the Baptist church back in Jamaica.
Oh.
My mom, they called her the songbird. She was the lead soprano. And my dad was the lead bass. And they had a bad choir back in the days. Their tutor went to America. And he was kind of tutored organist and their minister also.
Was that in Jamaica?
In Jamaica.
Yo, guys, I'm learning stuff here, you know, because, you know, sometimes we think that, you know what, still, when we come to our people, that we're just starting to be educated in music now. But we seem like we've been educated in music a long time, right back home. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's crazy, man. That's cool. That's real cool. Okay, so you had the ultimate cheat code where you had amazing parents who are vocally. So you had it was just from the age of 5, you was just like a young Michael Jackson singing there.
Defo. But then I suppose it's I think going to Mont Street that really kind of sort of brought out my awareness at a greater level.
Okay.
Because we had a very, very, very phenomenal adult choir director, vocal coach, I suppose you'd call her then, Exhorter Estelle Thompson.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a phenomenal vocalist, and she used to do the old notation, the sol fa dem, the do re mi fa sol.
Okay, yeah.
So that was my introduction to Southern gospel barbershop style quartet, quintet singing.
Okay.
She was phenomenal. So that background plus Mont Street and being under that initial tutelage, I suppose, honed that inherent, I think, gifting talent that I had in me. So I suppose as a youngster, and then early youth teens when we used to sing on district choirs, then it brought it out even more.
Cool. Okay. So you go. I'm looking back at choirs now. Was there an event where, let's take it back to your first solo? Because I know you sing solos. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Where was that time where everyone goes, he can sing, you know? Not so much he can sing when that was a solo where was a start of you just going to the next level. Was there any?
I can't remember a particular song. I used to sing with another local chorale kind of group called Gospel Harmony.
Gospel Harmony, okay.
Yeah, so
earlier, yeah. Cool, yeah. Click.
Yeah, Gospel Harmony.
Good.
So I suppose I was the principal tenor in that group. I might have done a lead vocal then, I can't remember. Oh my God, but then I suppose it's Highgate Gospel Choir. That's perhaps brought out the lead vocal bits in me. So which song? I don't know which song now.
I noticed your name was on the album cover anyway a few times.
Yeah. So I don't even know which particular song I first sung. I was coming to that one, so you verify. So I suppose it's Peace Be Still. Yeah. Yeah, I can realize I can do a little bit of runs and what have you.
Yeah. No, definitely can. You definitely do some words. And guys, if anyone is listening in now, do check out the album. It's on all digital platforms out there still. Yeah, I full gas when I say that. All digital platforms, I got that on lock. But out there, if you put in Highgate Gospel Choir, not NTGC choir, but Highgate Gospel Choir, just click it and you go straight to the album, the original album that was recorded 30 years ago. Is it?
1985 was it? Yeah.
1985, it was almost 40 years ago. Now, get the calculators out. Yeah, you can get them out there. And so, talk to us about the recording. We're going to get to this recording. So you guys were releasing out the album. Now, you're doing amazing stuff. You're touring around the world. You're driving around in transit vans. You go around, doing amazing stuff. You're rehearsing every week. And they come, right, let's do an album. How did it come about?
I'm just speaking off the top of my head now with how it came about. I suppose by that time we were well established within the choir. I can't specifically recall whose idea it was to actually create the LP. But by then I suppose we were well honed, we were well drilled. We know that Highgate could sing, we could rock the nation. So then I suppose amongst us there were gifted songwriters. The Fritz McIntyres, the Gladstone Wilsons, the Glenn Mackenzie, and Pam. So I don't even know how the compilation of the songs came about. But I suppose we were told that we're going to be making this LP and we're going to be singing, and then I suppose we began to rehearse. And then by the time we got down to the event in London, I know it was a initial live recording with us and Mary Bells. Yeah, Wandsworth, yeah. Mary Bells.
So you had a clash with Mary Bell Choir?
We were complimenting each other. I think we were complimenting each other.
Okay, cool.
In the spirit of Christianhood.
Okay, guys.
I think it's fair to say we had the edge.
Yeah. All right, Mary Bells, if you want to do a shout out, you want to clip this out, Mary Bells, you can clip this out. The clips they mash you up anyway. But anyway, cool. Yeah, cool. Go on, just keep talking it up. Right?
Yeah. So it was a live event. It was ecstatic, and Highgate, we were firing on
what year was this? This was 1985. Yeah, just get 85,
84, maybe
84 was the recording.
Because the LP came at 85, so maybe 84.
84. Okay, cool. 84. I was 8. Well, anyway, so I ain't never had a clue what's going on here. But no, so you're doing this recording now. Your guys going out there now. Obviously, there wasn't no press pause. Let's do this song again. It was just you just did it. You just did it. Yeah. There's no.
I can't remember. Did we stop at all?
There was a couple of times we stopped.
Okay.
And redid the whole song.
Okay, cool.
The song.
Okay, cool.
Right, the song.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay, cool. All right. why? So and just to give you the context of the talent that was here. Now, we mentioned a guy called is it Fitz or Fritz? Fitz. Is it Fritz?
Isn't it Fitz? Fitzgerald? Fritz.
Oh yeah, Fritz. Okay. So we mentioned this guy. Now this guy went on and he's written a body of work. So you can imagine you had a young, talented person here who's worked with the likes of, I believe it or not, correct me if not, Simply Red and a number of other groups out there with some of the absolute classic music out there that sold millions around the world. He was the guy behind it. You know what I mean? That same guy was Highgate Choir. The talent, cultivated it. He was a co-director, helped cultivate the choir, helped that. And I think that what the gospel community has done for the world of music, and we don't get the credit for what we've done, but not only the world of gospel music, Birmingham gospel music, what it's done for world music, you know what I mean? If you really look at it and whatsoever, how it cultivated talent, the pressures are delivering that, it's absolutely totally amazing. So you guys are now done the recording now. Now, at the time, as members, how was you going through the process? They said we're going to do this recording. What was next? What happened next? You sang songs, all going, yeah man, we come down to London, we done the recording. What was next? Was it pictures and photos, or what happened? You just saw the vinyl? You just got the vinyl this whole ride?
I think we went into the studio and then we kind of then we perfected the As You Do.
Yeah.
So you had the live bit.
Which studio, by the way? Which studio? Rock Machine Studio. So cool. That's certainly got a gospel there, right there. But anyway, so you refine that now, and who helped you? Who helped you release this product? If you knew or you didn't know?
Was it Alfred?
Was it
Word UK.
Oh wow! So yes. Word UK helped release the album.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody who knows anything about with Word was a label back in a distribution company as well back in the day. And Word, if anyone had Word, you would have a magazine come to your house every month, and you might have a cassette tape and a sampler on there still out there, and then you'll pick your albums from there. Everyone's laughing, going, "How does Roger know that?" Of course, I remember that, man. You know what I mean? So we had these albums, and that's how I was blessed, because my mom, what she did, she said that okay. If we're not listening to secular music, what my mom did is made sure that every month we picked an album. So we had a stockpile album. So we'll pick what album we want. So whether it's Fred Hammond or if it was commissioned or whoever out there, and we'd stockpiled up. So my mom just every month will buy us a gospel album from Word. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Word. That's not there anymore. But at the time, but that's crazy. So you had that investment. So you're on. You released out the album now. Come on, like, were you guys going around gassed? Was you guys going around like, yeah man, check out my album? Or yeah, you walk around and say, we're a big choir now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We just, we just enjoyed what we did. And
start changing garments, walk around with fresh.
No, the same blue and grey and purple and grey outfit. We never have no logo with the gospel choir upon it. Wherever we used to go to, whether it was Siania or wherever we used to go get Martha's Leather and Ravel shoes.
So you never had no special sponsorship then?
No, not at all.
Any special performances after you release out the album? Is any Buckingham Palace or anything like that on? Got Albert Hall, was that?
Royal Albert Hall.
What Albert Hall you guys doing? Okay, guys, they're certifying, making sure they don't get yourself in trouble. They've done so many gigs they have to get it out. Sorry, it's not on MySpace either, so we can't even certify this. Yeah, so they can actually tell us that they sang at Lady Diana's wedding because nobody would know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's before records began. You know what I mean? But so now you're in the mid-80s now. You're flying as a group and a choir. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring back Cliff because we beat up into switch over now. So Cliff can talk about as things start to get quieter. So I'm gonna bring you to that. So you're in the mid 80s. You're doing amazing work. You're going out there. So guys, we're set up to this because we are going to be looking at the fact that basically now they're moving on, bringing out this album. And it's an amazing album that I personally have not seen on digital because I'm on Spotify and everything all the time. Mm-hmm. And now I'm now finally get to just play the tune on Spotify and Tidal, which has been imported. We get to Donovan and about just the digitizing and the importance of bringing this into it. Now you go into the 80s, everyone's getting older, mid 80s. Everyone's going into the 90s. When did it? And it's not a case of when did it go on. When did it slow? When do you think slowed down around about for the choir?
The choir, Pam disbanded the choir in, say, around about, it was the late 80s, disbanded the original Highgate Gospel Choir.
Okay.
Yeah, but she did actually start it up again.
Okay.
Yeah, it was almost like a Highgate Gospel Choir Mark II.
Okay.
Yeah, but not as, I can't say popular, but they didn't have the edge as the original Highgate Gospel Choir. Okay, of course. So
it's like you never do a sequel, do you?
No.
The original, you can't beat the original. You know what I'm saying, all day long.
Yeah.
But that's not okay. So obviously, there's a lot of the choir members still kept creative, kept to be in the creative world. There's I know yourself. You was part of a number of bands out there, like Shiloh and different.
Yeah,
and who did you sing BVs for? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
For your lovely wife?
Yeah. I remember. You know what I'm saying? For an album, man, that's crazy. For EP, remember the EP launch?
Yes.
Yeah, just that. Also, musician-wise, the effects. So, you going back to church now. Was there something missing when the choir went? Was the connections lost?
Yeah, because then concerts stopped, didn't they? People were not having concerts like they used to. It went right down. It was a different era. Yeah.
And it would say the beginning of the end was in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's it quick,
I think I'm sorry, 90s people, but that's where it all went downhill.
No, but I think that it's important because you got to identify the shifts that there was nothing that took over, and for me, the choir did something amazing for your generation of people. For me, it helped them to get on the stage, be in front of people, to communicate, to come out their shells.
Yeah.
There's always a quiet person that when they go on the stage, if you can date the same person that was down here. And I think it's real important to really recognize what choirs did, even teaching us how to harmonize, teaching how,
Sure.
And even when you're in the crowd and you got them songs where you got the part where you got sopranos, if you think, well, Benny can work, can I do tenor? I can do the alto, you know what I'm saying? You join in like that still, yeah. Sorry, that was me trying to sing. I was just trying to do alto thing going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, he actually kind of like realized that how music is constructed. And then for me, we did amazing work in the 90s. Outside, there's likes of Tony Bean was in the choir such. Yeah. So Tony Bean, he did a few things afterwards in the world. You know what I'm saying? You might hear his talents and skills and his name out there, but there's a lot of talented people out there. And also, I'm going to be talking to Donovan in a second. There's also the next generation that was also came off your heels of quality as well. You know what I'm saying? When you've been around this level of quality as a child, you have to come and then your level of quality then steps up, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So it's amazing. And what I will say, and something that we need to think and discuss about is how can we bring back that, because the choirs today are not like choirs and there's a key difference. And I think I was listening to a London director, I forgot his name, I think he was involved with LCGC. He does the he does the choir, the house, okay, I'll call it house party choir, but it's not house party choir. The house. Yes, yeah. And he was saying there's a distinct difference between the choirs back then. Today, community choirs are not the same as choirs Highgate Choir? Not and not only from a quality perspective, but just the whole perspective of going into the choir, the level of quality. And I think that we're not producing the talent that we used to in the Midlands. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not refining it. The raw talent is there, and the ability to refine was the choirs, was the events, was what's going on. Anybody you want to shout out in the old choir who drove it, who was the manager, who was the so-called manager, or did the choir director Pam did everything?
Well, it was Pam. Pam practically did everything.
Pam, okay.
And and then Alfred came and tried to help promote the choir as well. We had Brother Turner, was very good at promoting the choir. He was our youth director.
Okay.
And Pastor Joseph was very instrumental in helping the choir as well, because he was the minister at the time at Highgate, and he helped to support us. Yeah, and Pastor Mendes kind of helped us as well.
Trevor's like this. I will remain silent.
Those were the ministers at the time. Well, and Pastor Williams absolutely loved us 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then gave it a shout. Now, who wants to do the story? The last part of the story. There was an artist that you backed up. Now, who was there at the recording? No, you was at the recording. Who else was at the recording for the song for a pop artist that he did?
Oh, Labi Siffre.
Yeah.
Labi Siffre. Something inside so strong. No, Trevor wasn't there.
Oh, Trevor missed that. Okay.
Aaron was there. Pam was there. Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to give us that story? Go on, but you want to go? Yeah, cool. You cool with that? Okay, cool. Right, just tell me if it's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right, cool. Right, so so somebody comes along and does a pop artist at the time.
Yeah,
when you weren't allowed to listen to pop music. But no, you were saying, but
the song that he put together was an inspirational song. And,
it
was an inspirational song, because obviously Pastor Joseph was the principal of the Bible school at the time, so he had to give us the say so that we could actually do it.
Okay.
Or else we couldn't do it. And then we met Labi Siffre at Highgate. He came down to Birmingham, Highgate. We sat down, and he talked to us about the song, about the lyrics, and it was written about the time when Nelson Mandela was going to be released.
Oh wow!
It was connected with that as well. Something inside so strong, and about the determination of Nelson Mandela. And he told us that this song is going to be really, really big. I'm saying, okay. We didn't know that song was going to be as big as it is today, and a lot of us were shying away from signing contracts, because then you sign a contract, we think, I'll give up my job, and that's what it was like. But it was just if we knew how big that song was going to be, we would have signed on the dotted line literally. Today we'd be driving Mercedes Benz. And what you call it, Tiza, where the car call again? Yes.
Sorry, I didn't think Cliff would be so blatant about this. I thought I'll be teasing that at the Cliff. Cliff just said, "Yo, brethren, if I ever knew that song was gonna be a big tune, I would have signed the contract straight away." You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. So was there anybody? Do you wish that you had somebody just to clap in your head and say, "This is how the business works"?
Yeah.
Sorry. Not clap in your head. Just say, "Yo."
We were very naive. Because we just loved singing. And we didn't even know that Labi Siffre was a big star. A big pop star. He wasn't even introduced to us like that. He came down with his management team and everything. So I think they did pay us a fee, and we used that to go to Germany to the Kirchentag, the church day, which was amazing, by the way, because Germany has a church day. The whole of Germany just comes out and celebrates.
So basically, guys, just to put it in the context, basically there's a big, massive money pot, and you took, when you're watching them game shows, and you took the £5, and even though you could win £1 million, he took the £5 and he said it was £1 million. That's what just happened, But in hindsight, there was £1 million around the corner.
Sure. Yeah, we didn't know about PRS and PPL and all those kind of things at the time. We didn't know.
This is why it's important, guys, that we actually know the business before we get involved in the business, you know, in terms of music business. And it's a shame about that, but you guys sang the hook on it.
Yes, we did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard that you even just tweaked it up slightly as well. You gave it a bit more pizzazz.
We did. Gusto.
Yeah.
And I mean, at work, I tell them when the song comes on, that is Highgate Gospel Choir. So yeah.
I feel so mugged, man. But listen, we all learn from experiences, and we're here to reclaim that, and we're here to say, listen, this is who we are, this is what we are, and you did amazing, absolutely amazing. You're part of an amazing hook that has inspired so many people over the past 30 plus years. It's absolutely crazy, you know, and it shows that we can be amongst culture before, even after them. People say don't go and don't do nothing secular and whatever. So but we and truly use in amongst inspiring culture, almost like a Sounds of Blackness, where they got songs I'm Going All the Way, Optimistic. You drop Optimistic wherever you are. Everyone's dropping Mary, you know, Shackles. You see yes, we can do songs that can break through.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So absolutely crazy. But I'm gonna bring on Brother Donovan. It's been a while since we've been called Brother Donovan, isn't it? It's uncle. All right, it's got to be extra height going on there. All right. Okay, so it's squeeze. Yeah, come in so we can catch on the camera, man. Don't worry. All right, guys. So where do we get to right now? So we go into the the 400 years of silence in the Bible. We had 40 years of silence of Highgate Church. No, her church. But anyway, forgive me, Pastor. Highgate Choir. And then to be honest, a couple of years ago, I thought, you know what I'm going to do, because working with young people, I did this recounted project, and I remember I was in the room just around the corner in the studio in my office here, and I see his number come up. I said, Donovan's calling me. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, cool. And then I was like, yo. I said, yeah, wagwan, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just paraphrasing it. You know what I'm saying? We say wagwan, bruv. But it's like, you know, just the reflective element of understanding, seeing Tony when Tony was talking about some of what they're going through. We mentioned elements of the choir, what was going on in choir, and I didn't really knew how much. Obviously, I've known Donovan for years, you know, as drummer and whatever. I didn't realize he was the last of many. You know what I'm saying? You know, he did mention to me he's got loads of brothers and sisters, but because we weren't in the scene as such, because there was in the 40 years of silence, so I didn't get to see his family, you know. So obviously Superstar Mary Ann was doing New Life, and that's all I would know, and then I'm not realizing how much the effect of Highgate has had indirectly also in the wider creative world for what you do now, and also at the same time as it set you up nice, and there's such little record of people's stories and journeys, that just need to get out there, and then it was like, I just heard this fire in your voice, and you're like, I just gotta get on this. I thought, okay, cool. I've heard it before. I heard it before, but then Donovan's always said, I got meetings with so-and-so, meetings with so-and-so, and you pushed on. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely pushed on, and loads of conversations I've had, tough conversations, easy conversations. We'll do it. Politics, legalities of music, all these, you know, guys, it's not easy to put together, to bring back together a choir. On top of that, to bring back to do recording, and at the same time, your background and the quality stuff that you do is to maintain that quality and bring that quality to it as well. Absolutely crazy. So give us the context and the emotion of actually looking at Highgate Gospel Choirs, kind of like, this is it now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna redo it again. You know what I mean? Who was the one who helped you just keep going? What was the inspiration? Or you went through every gate there? You didn't care. You just bust through.
I think it was about 3 years ago. Myself and my sister Kathy, we went to Florida, where my older sister lives, Beverly. And we were just sort of hanging out, catching up after the lockdown, first time we could all travel and whatnot. And sort of getting into my 40s, you start to think retrospectively, you know. So there was just loads of retrospective conversations happening and just looking back at life and history and stuff. And we got into the subject of Highgate. And it's only when you look back, you sort of think about the impact certain things have on your life. And when I look back through my career, the sort of fabrics of my career, I would have to attribute it to Highgate, because when I think of my childhood and like the family home, I've just got memories of just there being loads of noise. And one of the sort of main noises was like a Saturday morning going into the afternoon, the house just being like hustling and bustling, and then, you know, 5 of my siblings would just like shoot out the door, and it just seemed like that's what Saturdays just look like. and I'd be like, where are they all going again? You know, they were going off to do concerts and whatever. And then I can't actually remember being at a concert, but I've got images of being on a coach with them, going there, hearing them sing, laughing, and just the sort of community aspect of how it all was. So yeah, that when I was thinking back about it, those are the stuff and those are the emotions that were sort of coming up. So fast forward to now, like you said, I feel like I'm the last of the generation that sort of remember it. Cool. And then when you sort of look back, there was just like a gaping hole in history that just over time just started to bother me. And I was like, this choir was very integral in terms of black gospel music in this country.
I'll say it, yeah. Say it.
And they were around a long time before other
groups, aka community.
Don't get me killed out.
It is an area in UK.
So yeah, I just sort of, you know, had this idea. I don't know why. I still don't know why. But I remember my nephew got married last year, and Tony Bean and Patrick White, both at the wedding, and I remember speaking to them. I was like, guys, I've got this idea. So I sort of shopped it to them. And it was a really strange conversation, because coming off Tony was all this sort of trepidation.
Trauma.
And coming off Patrick with all this enthusiasm. So I'm like, okay. I said, well, now's not the time or place. So I think a week or so later, I called them both, video called, and I sort of told them the idea. And the main thing for me was really highlighting the legacy aspect of the whole thing.
Of course,
in terms of what the choir did then to where they are now. And then one of the key things for me was having the next generation involved. So on the record, Aaron and Pamela's son is one of the producers. Tony's son is going to feature on the record. You know, my other nieces and nephews are involved in other ways, social media, and you know, and it was just important that it had a sort of lasting legacy. You know, so learning about the history, you know, doing the now, but leaving something. And like you said, it's been a journey. There's been some times where I've sort of gone, what on earth am I doing? They're a unique group of individuals. And yeah, it's the first time I've ever sort of worked in a professional capacity with that age range. And there was loads of different, the stubbornness, because there's you know, they've done it a certain way for so long, and it's like, you know,
pride.
Who's this little boy telling us what to do? And I'm
little
like,
boy, yeah.
I'm not a little boy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A big man thing there.
But you know, for the most part, it was fun, man.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And I think, you know, as well, guys, you know, we talk about the positive side of choirs and we go into the years of silence, but within that years, there's a lot of things that I do talk on the Ed Show. There's a lot of things with church hurt, you know, issues within the communities that we haven't dealt with. You know, we brushed away the Windrush issues with children born in Jamaica and the children over here. We haven't even touched them subjects, let alone issues with why a lot of our young people stop coming to church. Why some of our young people in the choir don't even send their picnic to church. You know what I'm saying? And there is reasons for this, and we just say they're not coming, so we don't need to deal with it. And then Donovan comes along and wants to unite the choir, and I guarantee there's a couple of things you have to deal with, which you're thinking, you know what I mean? Why am I dealing with this here? But the thing is, I will encourage anyone who's listening, and please, guys, while you have breath, you know, I've seen it too often, you know, do your best to sort some stuff out, man, because I feel that, you know, we've misunderstanding, you know what I mean, we've made, there's a lot of hurt out there, and I know that sometimes we look at this period with a lot of trauma, we look at the choirs and look at it traumatically, but I look at it from the outside and I see the amazing part of it, and for the things that go wrong, there's more things that gone right, you know what I'm saying, and nothing really always works out so smooth for you. So it's amazing just to bring a number of people back together, because, you know, there's a reason why I don't do the choir thing. You know, I remember we was looking at doing recounting recording, and Michelle wanted to do choir, and I was like, that's too many people. Yes, that's too many people. Yeah, I'm saying, in the room that I have to talk to. But in there, so that's definitely amazing stuff. Now, unfortunately, guys, I've been able to you know, peephole and listen to the album. Now, I'm not over gassing it up because of this, because, you know, I want to go to heaven tonight. So just in case I did that, I'm not gonna go to hell for Highgate Choir. I tell you that for free. But what I've heard of the album, I could nothing but smile. I'm proud of, you know, the people that Donovan you've got included in the project. Maybe to you may not mean much to people out there, but I'm in the room sitting next to people that have produced and been around with world-class artists, world class, who are prepared to come together. And it's not a case of 3 man coming to do the whole project. A lot of guys who have been involved with many projects over the years. You got Novel, you got like Lindsay Campbell, like, you know, I just remember Lindsay Campbell in I just want to get the tube to my mouth and go, you know, so, but anyway, still,
hear it on the record.
Oh snap! Okay, cool. He has to definitely have regard that. But you got Tony, you've got, you know, Patrick himself. You got, you know, just a lineup. Andrew Campbell, you know, Copeland. You know, I mean, all these guys, you know, talented people on top of the choir. Trust me. And there's the original keyboard, Gladstone. You know what I mean? Who's a half decent piano. You know what I mean? He can play the
Junior Martin.
He was saying Clifford, yeah, man. On drums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the original band back together.
Okay. No, crazy. No, just to get that talent together, and the way you've put it together is quite amazing. But you brought some, there's a bit of rapping on there and different music throughout the side, but it's not done in that, you know, when you got like, I can say, Kate Franklin going, hey ho, you know, it's none of that. It's not like that. No, Naughty by Nation rip off on there still. Yeah, it's actually, you know, produced tracks and well put together, and you've well done, bro, for absolutely. For bringing that all together, and I'm gonna try and tease it out later on as we close off the show. But definitely, it's one to be. There's gonna be launch. There's gonna be music videos. There's gonna be this. But I will have to say this project, I believe, will be definitely the pride of Birmingham going in over the next year, 100%. Because I think that I am as much as I may not be the greatest singer out there, but I do know what singing sounds like, and I ain't had enough of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard enough. But you know what's amazing? I'll go back, you know, it's ironic when I come to talk to Donovan now still, yeah, because he'll burst out laughing. We done recording together years ago, yeah. He'll laugh, but I don't know if he's got it on that tape still, because, yeah, what car did he have back in the day?
I can't even remember.
You had a white car in it. Was it, did he have a car? Wait, anyway, we cut the bus over to this recording.
That's right.
Yeah, we cut the 979. We cut the 979. He's laughing hard. Yeah. We cut the 979 from Bull Street in Birmingham. Yeah, I'm a bass guitar. Yeah, the sticks on. Yeah. On the back of a bus. Yeah, all the way. That must have took us over an hour. Yeah. We're going. Where's this going? We saw. I said, how's this going to Wolverhampton? And we thought we'd done a time saver to Wolverhampton, saving money. Go over to do recording. The track I'll be there. He's laughing. He's probably can remember the hook, and it's absolutely crazy. So we did a recording, and you was about 16 at the time, innit? Yeah, and it's like I remember Donovan from back then. He was like, right, I'm gonna go. Always on about your mum's basement. And the fact that basically that you could put your cellar. Sorry. So cellar, and he's always say, "Yo, I'm gonna take this thing serious. I'm doing my college, but I'm gonna go into this drum serious." And to see all what you've done, you know what I'm saying. But the thing is, we bumped into each other. Why I'm concerned about it, these are conversations I want to expand on. Both of myself and Donovan went creative routes. I went the production way in terms of with gospel music and whatsoever. He went the production way in terms of in secular music and wider music and MD'd and being production and actually running bands and different around the place. And the ironic thing is, I would say that between the both of us, we never got the support from our churches. Now, ironic thing is, pastor would say to you, you need to do gospel. You know I did gospel. So the question is, do our churches support creativity? Have they supported the creative industry? Now, we got Highgate Choir. If we was in the business of music business in our churches, if it was actually important, you would have forced Cliff to sign the contract, because you would know how business run, because you've got the best lawyers in your church network of over 4,000 or 5,000 people to say, listen, we want you to check this up and get this deal straight. So the church, we in the church, and sorry, not going to bash the church, we've got to learn from our mistakes. We need to take creativity, and I say creativity because music department is too one-dimensional. You know what I mean? The guys behind the cameras, the people that write for artists, you know, people that do many great things in the music industry, as you know, Donovan. A lot of them are coming from our background, you know, coming from gospel music scene. But yet, what are we investing into? Is there to and fro? And they're going out there, and we're not drawing anything back because we're not supporting it. So for me, creativity, whether it's secular, whether it's gospel, whatever you think it is, I know for a fact it hasn't been supported the way it should have been. That's just me and what I can't even learn. Just touching base with you a couple of years ago, I'm going, where? We all got skanked on this thing, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Everybody wants to benefit from our impact in community and say, oh, that's Donovan. Yeah, you used to come here, and you all come to the churches, but nobody wants to invest into Donovan. Nobody wants to invest into Roger. You know what I'm saying? They invest with prayer, which is amazingly cool, but it's a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? To actually responsibility, prayer without action is what? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Anything you want to say on that, bro? Or let's go. What can I say? A line?
I mean, yeah, I guess, there could be two sides to it. They didn't really know.
Yeah, knowledge, yeah. But then you would say, I would know, because I'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'm hearing about professionals, Trevor's, we had professionals in the mix, classically trained people, people that were big in the secular scene as well, and coming to church. So it's almost a case of what dumbed them down when it came to creativity in the church.
I think maybe anything that was sort of outside of church or gospel, it was just shunned, innit, really? For whatever reason, I don't know. And that's, with this project, that's been one of the things I've tried to sort of write. We're reaching out to Labi Siffre and his team to sort of, try and get there to be some sort of acknowledgement. Because it's as much as the choir sang on that record, which they did.
Yeah. The credit's not there.
It's not documented.
Yeah.
which in itself is an absolute travesty. And you can't turn the clocks back. But I think there can be some degree of affirmation put there now, nearly 35, 40 years later. And we can only but try. But I think, like I said earlier, the thing for me with this particular project is that we draw a line in the sand and we leave something going forward. Do you know what I mean? Because you can continue to look back on what you can't really change now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's about what we do going forward.
It's like looking at the past as a case study.
Yeah.
And you see, rather than a shrine, like a shrine or something like that. So for us to always put our candles and then always go back to. We want to be able to move forward, and that's something that I really want to commend you, because you're not only just trying to do the product, but you're also trying to make sure things legally are in the right place for the experiences.
Like it's been said, you know, so the single that's coming out on the 3rd of November.
Cool.
It was written by Gladstone Wilson and Glenn McKenzie. I've spoken to both of them. I'm like, guys, we're re-releasing. Go and sign up with PRS. Go and register the song, PPL. You know, all the players on the record have all been documented. Because, you know, like you said, it is.
Want to get it done right? Yeah. You want to get,
we can, you know.
It's residual income, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real, man. We talk about residual income from buying 15 houses. Some of you guys have got houses in the music industry and you haven't accessed that money. Sorry if I sound like a salesman, but that's the reality of the show. Is you have, I should have became a pastor and preaching it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll probably get more money out of this, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But sorry, I did say that. So yeah, that's out there. Yeah, you can click that as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, but conviction lit me away from it. Anyway, so yeah. But ultimately, it's something that's what I want to learn from this process as well with Highgate Choir. But as much as it's an amazingly great sounding project, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that Birmingham, UK gospel music has to learn. And it's something what I'm passionate with when it comes to GMIA. What I'm doing on the station as well is looking at the history of gospel, black music wise, but also to say what can we learn from the past, what we can learn from other regions, and to celebrate you guys. Because I'll walk past you. Oh no, not so much Clifton, but I'll walk past you guys. You know what I mean? I will be like, I think I've seen you sing at the drum before. You know what I'm saying? Because you always have this distinctive hair. There's something distinctive about your hairstyles and so on. You're always that person like that. Yeah, man. You have a distinctive person. But I would actually walk past you guys and never think of how important what you guys did to set the professional stage for the likes of the world to start to come in the scene, because you know you're the talent in Birmingham because of what you know what I mean. Before, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't have the well without people tuned up already through the choir system. You know what I'm saying? So these and then you had, I'm not saying choir wars, but we had what did Brother mean to say? Competitive clash? No, he didn't say that. You had different choirs in the area. You had Majestics. You had different choirs out there, Aberdeen Street Choir, and you had an environment of choirs. Yeah. I can't call it choir wars, but you had competitive concepts, you know what I mean, going on, and people pushed and drove to be better. You know what I'm saying, and it created great talent. You know what I'm saying? Cliff said, "Yeah, man, we clash, man. No clash, me a win, and stuff like that. Yeah, but we're looking forward to the single. We're gonna be pushing this like crazy on the station. We're looking forward to the full album, Gospel next year. I'll be helping to support them, also doing a documentary, which you know me already. It's give me the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God, you know them talk there still. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're not hiding nothing out there. No BBC own this thing anyway. But we want to put the truth out there, because when they see Hepburn, when they see some of your surnames, Wallace, different surnames, Martin, Minto, and they have weight. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have grandchildren, great-grandchildren that will look to your name and know that you guys actually put something in the stone to build it. And I think I deal with young people. I know you deal with young people as well. If you don't have identity, especially as Afro-Caribbeans, our names don't identify us, and we have no identity in our names. We're literally, it's just slavery. But if I knew my name could identify to a powerful move when they came over here afterwards, yo, let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of us have grandchildren that don't even understand why they can sing. You know what I mean? They just open their mouth, they can sing. And they're going, where's this come from? You know what I'm saying? Do you know your grandma was part of some big choir back in the day? Got a big hit out there. I always got to get his name wrong, but Labi Siffre. Labi Siffre, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, that's my Jamaican tongue coming in. But anyway, so yeah, but listen, it's Roger here on Affinity Extra. Here with an amazing crew nation. It should have been 2 people, but we ended up with 5,000.1. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a choir representing a big choir there. We got soprano, we got alto. I want next time I'm gonna definitely invite them in, and we're gonna have them live here in the studio singing it out. Oh, I'd love to do that, man. Even live, watch it more live. Affinity Extra with the gospel, Highgate Gospel Choir. You can sing it out with. Yes, sir.
I was just saying we could do it here.
All right. Hey, you got Donovan's ready to get, you know what I'm saying? to go off the mic.
Yeah. I'll leave him to it.
Well, you guys, you want to give us a cappella? Oh, okay. Yo, guys, it's legit. So, do I have to all sound all American? Hey, man, this is Roger here. This is Roger on Affinity Extra. We're about to have the singers from South Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? Highgate District. New NTGC, and they're gonna sit down and sing. You know what I'm saying? You know, we want them to stand up, man. You know, you guys. Listen, what would Mattis say if he was sitting down? He said, chuck a something out your head. You know what I'm saying? So am I standing there like I'm gonna sing? I tell you what, I won't be doing. All right, guys, you ready? Trevor never hides behind nobody. You know what I'm saying? Let me just.
Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. He's ever shining in my soul. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. He's ever shining in my soul.
Well, I won't be singing later on today.
We are high there.
So listen, yo, people, you heard it live here on the Roger Moore Show and the Infinity Extra. No, joke. On the edge, man. Infinity Extra, absolutely amazing, guys.
Hey, this is your bishop from Rock Solid. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking and subscribing and also sending these videos to other people as well. We are so hungry to get your support. So remember, check us out on our website, and also check us out on Insta, and wherever you want to find us on Spotify. You can play us all day as well. And just make sure that you are supporting this channel, that we are developing our agenda towards music of black origin, and that is gospel music with a message. So please walk with us on this journey. Bye now.